கொஞ்சம் பேசலாம் அவ்வளவுதான்.
இல்ல நான் வேற செட்டப் பண்ணணுமே. செட்டப் பண்ணலனா மீட்டிங் கிடையாது.
Hello,
You opened it for
thank you,
everybody.
Natarajan. Thank you.
Good morning, good evening or good morning to everybody.
இங்க கூட
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay,
How
now
are you?
first thing, before we
How are you?
get others involved, you have to set up our meeting. So you have to make me a host.
Okay, are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not at say only 6:15. 15 minutes to go.
Amma, நான் செட்டப் பண்ணி
Then,
I
yeah.
need to test whether our screenshots are working, whether my desktop is going projector எல்லாம் பண்ணணுமே. That is why we wanted to join 15 minutes early.
Okay, now you are the host.
Okay, that means now I can also record point number 1.
Okay. And you are in control. I don't think I can control the screen.
No problem at all. No
Okay.
problem at all.
Yeah, but I'm also recording.
சொன்னது கேட்பாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Yes, you can do that. Any problem, I'll take over. I'll help you.
Okay. Now I
And
have
already I have
also.
started recording. Okay.
You also record, and we will see which works out the cleanest record, and we will use it tomorrow.
Okay.
The next one I need to do is whether
Okay,
it
I
will
had to share
work
the
my
screen, correct?
screen sharing. எங்க இருக்கு பாக்குறேன்.
Okay, host disabled. Okay.
Share screen.
Can you share screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is not sharing. Kunjere.
Yeah.
Share screen button is only showing the option. It's come finally.
No, it is.
Okay, desktop.
Are you able to do it?
வருது.
Okay.
It is calling this desktop 1. Okay.
Yes. நான் புருஷோத்தமா லண்டன்ல என்ன விசேஷம்?
லண்டன்ல என்ன ஒண்ணும் இல்ல.
சூனக் ஜெயிச்சுட்டு வரா?
சாரு
சூனக்
சாரு
சரியா வருதா?
Prime Minister.
நாளைக்கு வரும்.
Are you screening anything? Are you sharing any?
தெரியுதா?
Still we are not able to see anything.
புருஷோத்தமா.
Hello, screen sharing தெரியுதா?
இல்ல ஒண்ணு வரலையே.
எல்லாம் தெரியுது. எல்லாரும் இருக்கீங்க. நாடி மூத்து
நான் ஒரு ரகுராஜ் பிக்சர் போட்டு ஒரு போட்டிருக்கேன் ஒரு ஸ்லைடு, அது தெரியுதான்னு கேட்டேன்.
இல்ல
தெரியல. அப்ப இன்னும் ஷேர் ஆகல. அதான்
ஷேர் ஆகல.
We'll do it.
இப்போ வருது. Just started. I don't know.
Yeah, it will come. I think it's a little bit slow, I think.
அதான் வேற ஒண்ணும் இல்ல. நான் பட்டன் பிரஸ் பண்ண எப்போ நடக்குது அப்போ. So you are getting that big slide இல்லையா?
இன்ன வரல. Only the Zoom
கொஞ்சம் கீழே இருக்கு. It's not on the screen.
Okay, I'll see what is to be done. இப்ப
Yes,
வருது.
இவ்வளவு கதை இருக்குதுல்ல.
Very good. Okay.
This is the background pa, வேற ஒண்ணும் இல்ல. I wanted to keep this ready before you all join, but நீங்க முதல்ல வந்துட்டீங்க.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Now I thought I can write up to 8:45, But I think Nadimuthu
All.
and Kodanda Ramamurthy and our Purush,
Hmm.
all are quite ahead of the time.
Hmm.
Nadimuthu though, he was the first one.
Oh, I see.
Good.
Uh,
So,
என்ன சுரேஷ்
இப்ப
எப்படி
சொல்லு.
இருக்க
இப்ப பேசலாம்.
hello, Suresh. I haven't talked to you for a long, long time, I think.
Yeah, long time. Some of this
புருஷோத்மா
thing.
எங்க
Long
எஸ்கே
time.
யாரை
I
காணும்
don't know how suddenly there has been a break.
புருஷோத்மா
Hey, hello.
எஸ்கே யாரை காணும்
இன்னும் வரல. இன்னும் எழுந்திருக்கல போல இருக்கு.
சந்திரா போன் பண்ணா ஊர்ல இருந்து வந்தாச்சு டூர்ல இருந்து இது ஜாயின்
யாரு?
பண்ண 2 மினிட்ஸ் தான்
யாரு?
மினிட்ஸ் எல்லாம் கேட்காத அது அவ்வளவுதான்
ஜாயின் பண்ணணுமா
பெரிய டூர் போயிட்டு வந்தான்
அதான்
யாரு?
வயசாகி யாத்திரை எல்லாம் போக ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டான் வந்தாச்சு சந்திரா
Chandra
என்ன
said he
Chandra.
he went to Udaipur, Rajasthan.
யாத்திரை பத்தி எல்லாம் சொல்லுப்பா
இன்னும் வரல, எனக்கு வரல இன்னும் சந்திரா.
எனக்கு வந்துடுச்சுங்க
எனக்கு வரல.
அது எப்படியா பார்ஷியலா பண்றான் ஏதோ வழி கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டான் வந்து எல்லாருக்கும் வர இல்ல எல்லாருக்கும் கட் ஆகும்
ஒண்ணு 4 பேர் தான் இந்த அதே
வந்தாச்சு சந்திரா
ஹலோ
உன் மூக்கு வரலன்னு தெரியுது
ஹலோ
ஹலோ ஹலோ
ஹலோ சந்திரா is there?
ஹலோ துரை
ஹலோ
கோண்டு
கொண்டு புரியுது
ஹலோ தரை
ஹலோ
சந்திரா நிமிந்து
ஹலோ
உட்கார
துர்ராஜ், ஹலோ ஹலோ துர்ராஜ், எப்படி இருக்கு? உடம்பெல்லாம் நல்லா இருக்கா?
நல்லா இருக்கேன் fine.
That's good, that's nice. For the last meeting I missed it. I missed Reguraj as well.
We'll wait till 6:30, 6:40 and then officially start. Let everybody join.
Yeah, well. Still we have 10 more minutes.
இங்க துறைய காணும்
இந்த
Yeah,
இது
Dharraj is there.
இருக்காரு
Dharraj is
Yeah.
there.
எல்லாம் இப்படி
Only Chandra is missing again.
இங்க தர
இருக்கனே
இல்ல சந்திரா நீ கொஞ்சம் உன் மூக்கு வரலன்னு தெரியுது இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் உயர்த்தி மூச்சு
எனக்கு கனெக்ட் ஆகல இன்னும்
ஆ?
எனக்கு இன்னும் கனெக்ட் ஆகல
எங்களுக்கு தெரியுது
ராங் பாஸ்வேர்டுன்னது
நீ
Let me-
இருக்கிற
லெட் மீ
இப்ப
கம்
நீ
ஆல் ஓவர்
இருக்கிற, நீ
அகைன்
பேசுறது கேக்குது
எனிவே ஐ வில் கம் ஆல் ஓவர் அகைன்
that happens
correct.
better
Do that.
ஐ டோன்ட் see the
disconnect
screen.
and come again.
ஓ நீ இப்போ உனக்கு தெரியலையா
I don't see the screen.
No, disconnect and come again அப்ப
I will come
வெளியே
back. I will
போயிட்டு
come
உள்ள
back.
வா. இன்னொருத்தர் யாரோ வந்திருக்காரு
Manikandan, Nadimuthu assistant.
சாம்சங் என்றது யாரு
யாரு?
பர்சனல் அசிஸ்டன்ட்
சாம்சங்
பர்சனல் அசிஸ்டன்ட்
Nadimuthu assistant.
yes Alex
Nadimuthu. அவருடைய
ஹலோ தேசிகன் How are you, தேசிகன்
Hi, good to see all of you.
thank you
எனக்கு தேசிகன் தெரியல. I could see Desikan.
Hi.
Hello Desikan, how are you? All right.
Hi.
Desikan, I can see you now.
Hi.
இன்னொருத்தர் வந்திருக்காரு. யார் அவரு? ம்.
இன்னும் சுரேஷுடைய இதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Suresh showed a screen. Yeah. He is sending an email to somebody.
To Alex. Alex has not seen the emails for some reason. He wanted a repeat.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm sending it again.
Yeah.
ஒருத்தர் யாரா இருக்காரு? என்னாச்சு?
Thank you very much.
இங்க எஸ்கே யாரை காணும்? எஸ்கே ராஜன். டேய், நான் பேசுறது காது வைக்க.
இங்க ஒருத்தர் வந்திருக்காரு.
கிருஷ்ணம் கோதண்டராமூர்த்தி அது கோண்டு.
புருஷோத்தமா, எஸ்கே யாரை காணும்?
தெரியல. Still sleeping, I don't know.
Hello, Mani.
Hey, how are you, Kondu? Morning.
Morning.
Morning to you. Morning, friends.
Hello, Mani. Hello, how are you? All right?
Good.
இதெல்லாம் சால்வ் ஆயிடுச்சு. ட்ரைனேஜ் எல்லாம் முடிஞ்சு போச்சா?
எங்க ஒரு மாதிரி ஆச்சு, பைசா போச்சு.
நம்பர் வேலை ஆயிடுச்சா?
ஆயிடுச்சுப்பா.
That's a big relief.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, Uncle. I'm Pebbles, Mr. Reguraj's daughter.
Hello.
How meet
Hello.
you?
Hello.
Suresh here.
Namaste, ma. How are you?
How are you, ma?
Hi.
Hello, a couple of months back, his brother's daughter came here to my house. The one who she's in London.
My brother's daughter, yes, Akila.
Brother's first daughter, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Happy to see her for a couple of months back. I think I met her in December, after Christmas, I think.
Yes, I remember my father saying.
Yeah, that's nice. Nice to
Yeah.
see you. I've seen you
How are you,
before.
Ma?
Yeah. She talked about you and everybody. Yeah.
Okay, Uncle.
Okay, thank you.
You are getting better, ma?
Hello, Radhakrishnan.
You are getting better?
Hello, Radhakrishnan.
Not
Hello.
really, we just it's difficult,
Hello,
Uncle.
Radhakrishnan.
I know. I understand. You know, I Raghu was very funny with me. He used to call me Idli Priyan, chap
Okay.
after Idli. So he told me, come and report. I went to India. I landed on the 7th, and
Okay.
I couldn't sleep because of jet lag. And then I just saw in the WhatsApp that he is no more. So he was in a great hurry to go to meet his Lord. And I don't know whom to report now about my Idli activities. He was such a good guy, a great friend, unassuming, and for his capacities, he was truly a humble person. So I don't know.
Hello, Alex. Hello, Venkatraman. Hello, Venkatraman. Hello.
Hi, good
Hello,
morning.
Alex.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Friends, we'll wait
Morning,
for about 10 minutes. Let everybody join. Then we can start series properly.
Hello, Amin. Hello, Amin. Amin.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, George.
Hello,
Long
hello,
time
Amin.
seeing you.
Good evening, good evening.
Hello, George.
Yes.
Hello, Purushothaman.
Hello.
Actually, Sam joined.
Hello, Amin.
Hello, Amin.
Hello. Kondo.
Hello.
Hello, Kondo.
Had your dinner or not yet? Still fasting. Amin. Still fasting. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It is
Okay,
4:30 I am in Bahrain.
Hi,
Bahrain,
Pebbles.
is it? Okay.
Joined in.
It is 4 o'clock in Bahrain.
Where are
Okay.
you?
I
Afternoon.
joined, not turning
I
on my
am having
camera.
my tea.
Okay, okay, but you're there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Uncle, we have a Padel Puja at 6:30, so we thought we'll do that before we start you start the meeting. Okay.
Sure.
Pardon, we
Rajan
have,
uncle said he wanted to join. Rajan uncle is here?
Suresh.
no,
He hasn't come
I
yet.
don't think so.
He's not joined in yet. Okay.
Yeah, not yet.
Hello, Ram Sami. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning, Rob.
Good evening.
Hi.
Good
Hello,
afternoon.
Jessican.
Everything.
Hello.
Another, what is 26 to 10? How many zeros are there here? Hmm?
Oh, Pavitra.
Kondo.
Why is English exit? How do someone come? Nobody fully good can. This is wrong.
Hello, Ramanujam. Hello.
இப்போ இந்த மாதிரி பண்ண காமிச்சேன் இங்கே பண்ண அப்படியே பண்ண 84 86 into 48 that's something
we have 22 people as of now.
சொல்லு 86 ஆர் என்ன
8 6 are 48.
அப்ப என்ன போறோம்
8 plus 4. 8 times 8. Old people.
The nice guy. Right.
Hello, Ramanujam. Hello.
Hello.
Ramanujam.
Oh, Purushottam, how are you?
I'm all right. Thank you.
Hello, Kondo.
Rajyalakshmi.
Hello. Hello, Roman. Ah, hello.
Kondo. Hello, Radha.
Hello. Durai, how are you?
I'm
How
fine.
are you? How are you? Yeah.
I'm fine.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Narajan. Hello.
Hi, hi.
Hello, Narajan.
hello to everybody
Hi, hi. Thank you.
Hello,
Hi.
Natarajan.
Hello, Nataraj.
Nut.
Hello, Mani.
Hello, Beenat. Yeah, that's right. Hello, Beenat. Because
Hello,
Tina
Beenat.
was not there.
Waiting for network.
Puja. We have a small puja.
Okay.
Yes. So you can just, I think my brother is just doing the puja, my father, which we do every evening. So Rajan uncle said that 6:30 Pananga, then we'll all join in, he said. So we're just doing the puja. You can see
Thank
Mudra
you.
video. Yes.
Yeah, we can see. Thanks a lot
Okay.
for including us.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Yes, sir. Uncle, you can please continue with your meeting, Uncle.
We can continue with our meeting.
Yes, please.
Thanks,
Please
Raj.
go.
Oh,
Thank you. Yeah.
house. Rajya.
Yes, Uncle, you can please continue, Uncle. We finished the puja.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Suresh,
Yes.
why don't you be the MC and
Yes.
call on
I think
people?
I'm trying to start the screen. Let us see.
Not really.
Okay.
I think we should observe a 1 minute silence first.
No, that is why.
Then
After the screen comes
start.
on, we want to do that.
Yeah.
Not right. Beanut. Beanut. Call it beanut. And then
Okay.
Very good.
Hello.
Hello?
You're able to see?
Yes.
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 You should mute us. No?
Friends. First,
Hello, Suresh.
I would like to take a 1 minute of silence.
Okay.
1 minute of silence. Think of Raghu.
Okay. Sorry, Chandra, Suresh.
The light up, Boda.
Yes. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Now we can.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello, Chandramurthy.
Hello,
Elango.
hello, Sundar.
Amin. Good evening.
You remember me? Alex. Hello.
You remember me?
Hello.
Suresh, good evening.
Yes.
Chandra, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Chandra.
Go on. Suresh, take over and run it.
Yeah, yeah.
You can ask Venkatraman to help you.
Yeah.
Chandra, good
No,
afternoon.
everything is happening very slow.
Good evening.
What we noticed. It takes long time for it to start working. So thanks.
Yeah.
Hi, George.
Yes, Chandramurthy.
I'll just give you a background. Most of you probably know exactly what happened. On 7th at about 11:15 or so, I got a phone call from Freeda, that is Rego's secretary.
Meeting.
Pardon?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Go,
11 o'clock Indian Standard Time.
Yes. Go
On
ahead,
7,
Suresh.
I got a phone call. She just passed on a minimum message. And she was crying so much she couldn't pass on more. Anyway, I got the message. It was too late for me to call anybody in India. So I just simply posted the message in the group. All of you saw it. This is the background. Only next day, managed to contact her and get more details. S.K. Rajan also got more details about exactly what happened. And he has posted it in the group. It was a very, very sudden, extreme cardiac arrest.
Uh-oh.
That's it. So, all of us have fantastic memories of Raghu. All of us. So, I would like to go with mine and then I'd like to continue. My memories.
Suresh,
Yes.
after you finish, you call on the people one by one, so there is no commotion. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I'll call. One by one, I'll call. They can talk.
Yeah.
My background with Raghu.
Darling,
At
the later.
there was minimum interaction. I knew who he was and he knew who I was. Nothing more than that. Roll forward to 2007. The first physical meeting after a long time when we restarted our annual days. He came there, he attended, and I was talking to him one-to-one for the first time after ages. Surprisingly, he was asking me a lot about photography because I was photographing the event. He was interested. He was though not into photography at that time. He was asking me a lot of questions about what was to come. That for a few years we used to meet only for our annual meetings. 2011 or so, he used to meet few of our friends whenever he visited Chennai. We used to meet at his Hotel Trident for dinner. My interactions with him were very frequent as I had to take care of the invites, etc. All of you know it. Most of you have attended them. Then our 2013 Golden Jubilee happened. I was facing a lot of rough weather in convincing our other friends about my vision for the event. And it was a solid presence behind me and supported me fully. I can definitely say that we would not have conducted the event on the grand scale we did without his support and backing. Then I had to make multiple visits to Bangalore for this, and his support was fantastic. Simple, just tell me when you are landing. His car was there to pick me up from station. 3 days, I visited every single Bangalore classmate of ours personally. It took me 3 days to personally visit them and convince them to attend our event. And totally, one car was given to me for this purpose. That's sort of a background. Then he started taking his photography seriously. And our interaction reached another level. He used to send me any interesting shots he recently taken for a review and critique. We used to have many a long talk about this, mostly photography talks. Whenever we talk, it was 50% Geason, 50% photography. Whenever I came to Bangalore, I used to work out with him in advance and tailor my visit so that he would take one day off his work and we would go for a shoot. I planned my tour so that he is free at least one day during my visit. We had made 3 of such expeditions with excellent results. Ranganatittu, to Srirangapattam, to Dundee Hills, and one visit to the flower show. So many photography trips. The results were very, very good. I don't know how many of you really know. He was a fabulous photographer with eye for a good shot. If you remember, he won all the photography competitions I had conducted during our meets. When we started our Zoom VC meeting, I and Chandra initially struggled as we only had free accounts. All its limitations. Raghu simply told me one day that he would step in, and that's it. Rest is history. You know what happened. He was a fabulous host. Few of my Bangalore visits, I stayed with him. Unforgettable stays. I mean, Raghu is not a person. I mean, there's no easy way to explain what sort of a person he was, what sort of a reaction he had with people. It was, I really can't explain it. You feel so close to him when he's with you that nothing else matters. That day after I got the call from Freeda, just could not go back to sleep. Whole night I was sitting up and thinking about all the nonsense, all the stuff that we have pulled off and we have done.
The light I get the
That's it. That is my memories of Raghu, and they will never go away. Thank you. Now we'll go one by one. Purushothaman. Purushothaman.
Yeah, hello. I missed the Raghu last meeting. That was the last meeting by Raghu. That's the only meeting so far I missed it. I'm feeling still bad about it. See? Then another thing, Raghu's first son's daughter, that's his granddaughter, she is here. About a couple of months back, she came to my place. Raghu told her to go to my place. And I was happy to receive her. And she had a dinner with us. Yeah. That's all. Thank you.
Madan Ramurthy.
Hello. Raghu, I met him in Vellore when he was working in NCTF. So nice and friendly. He didn't forget the college days. Yes, I find him very dedicated to his improving the young people of India, giving them training. ஔவையார் சொன்னது போல அன்னசத்திரம் ஆயிரம் கட்டல் இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய சொல்லிட்டு கடைசியில பெரிது பெரிது அதனினும் பெரிது ஆங்கோர் ஏழைக்கு எழுத்தறிவித்தல். ரகுராஜ் இது ரொம்ப பிரமாதமா, ரொம்ப பெருமைக்குரியதா, ரொம்ப மகிழ்ச்சிக்குரியதா பண்ணாரு. அவர் எப்பவும் மறக்க முடியாது. அவருடைய நினைவு எப்போதும் இருக்கும். அவர் ஒரு விஷனரி. எல்லாருக்கிட்டையும் அன்பா பழகுவாரு. எல்லாரு கூடவும் ரொம்ப ஃப்ரெண்ட்லியா இருப்பாரு. He was considerate and he was helping. Never did any of us see him angry, or even while we are talking with him, he is always quiet and serene, and we will not be able to forget. We are very proud of him, and we are really sad to have lost him. But he will be in our memory always. Thank you. And Rajyalakshmi, please get over the grief with the help of God, and always thinking about his good deeds and also his association, his crafts, and his playing with you when you were a child. All these memories bring up and slowly forget the grief and be happy. Thank you. Bye.
Rajan.
Suresh, I think Chandra wants to talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of turn. Yes,
I think there is so much that can be said about Raguraj in various fields. Particularly, we were closely involved in that education, school education, and skill development programs. Whenever he calls me, he'll always say, "Is it a good time to talk to you?" When I call him, I also ask him, "Is it a good time to talk to you?" He says, "For Chandra, it's always a good time." where we wanted some old computers for schools. He said, why old computers? I will give you new computers. And he said list of schools, and he provided 2 new computers every 6 months or something like that. During COVID period, I was looking for some tablets, iPads, computers, etc. for the school children. He asked Chandramouli and say, look, Chandra wants anything, computers, laptops, or iPads. Please make sure that you supply to him. And Chandramouli did a great job. He searched for the all sort of institution, all their branches, and gathered about 3 or 4 and sent it across to me. He was always passionate about education, particularly school education and skill development. He did promise me that he will take me to the government officials and introduce them to me on the school development. I always used to say negatively about the government real intentions of this. He says, no, no, no. These guys are doing a good job. Anyway, he promised that he will take me, but it doesn't happen. Anyway, there are so many other things we could say, but let others share their views. Over. Over.
Rajan?
Hello. Suresh,
Hello, Ma.
you wanted me to talk?
Yeah.
See, probably Raghu and I have been in touch all through our life, right from our college days. I have never missed any opportunity to see him. He never missed any opportunity to talk to me. But unlike what you people have been talking about, photography, education and all that, Raghu and I never talked on any business or any other things other than our own personal things and life. Raghu's, right from that time, I know about him, he knew about me. What I feel very bad is, on 4th March, when we met for lunch at Hotel Hilton, I somehow felt that Raghu was not his normal self and he was a little dull. Next day, I wanted to call him and ask him what happened when he was so dull. Unfortunately, I missed calling him. After that, only I got this news. In between, when he was not coming to our get-together in 2003 September, he called me. He said, Peanut, I got one good news and one bad news to you. I said, what is that? He said, good news is that I'm okay now. And bad news is that I will not be able to come for the get-together. Then he explained about what happened in Hubli, and then he told me, you please take over this Pondicherry Club Mahindra, stay for our friends and make it comfortable. After that, Dhararaj, his wife, Geeta and I, we went to Bangalore to see him when he was sick, or he was just recovering. At that time, he was okay, and he was laughing and talking to us, and he said, I'm okay now, absolutely no problem. Probably in another 1 week or 10 days, I'll start going to the office. And he came and see us off and all that. After this, when I talked to him 2-3 times, he said, I'm not going out, but I'm attending office. And he said, I was going to sister's house and all that. And he was moving within Bangalore. I think probably, unfortunately, the first trip he made was to Chennai to meet us. And ultimately, this happened. Somehow, as I said, he is more like a brother to me than a friend. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Rajan, I remember on 4th, you were even telling him you are not looking okay.
Yeah.
Next, T. Natarajan.
Hello guys, sorry I'm late.
Hi, Rajan.
I will come to you.
Okay, I'll continue. Okay.
Yeah, please.
Okay. I belong to a different branch. I'm not mechanical. I'm the civil branch. So I didn't have much contacts with Raghu in the college days. I know him. I have seen him
I don't think I talked to him too much. Anyway, after 50 years, during the COVID period, somehow we all came close together. I think the Geason63 community arranged the Zoom meetings and we met once a month and we came to know a lot about each other. That was the occasion I was able to know more about our great friend Raghu. What happened in one of the Zoom meetings, Raghu mentioned that he is one of the 9 siblings. And he told his father was a civil engineer.
My picture
Told
is not
his
coming.
father
What should
served
I
in
do?
World War II. Just to guess what is my situation. I'm one of the 9 kids, 9 siblings, and my father was a civil engineer, and my father also was served in the.
Yeah, it is. Which one should I?
But what happened? My father passed away when I was 33 years old. He was 72 or something like that. I didn't have any chance to talk to my father about the war, what was his experience in the field, in the battlefront. By the time I want to make a small information, to my grandchildren, I think my elder brothers and sisters have already gone. So I was wondering where I can gather some information. I thought Raghu
I'm already on the video with them.
but I simply postponed it. But unfortunately, by the time the Raghu was gone, so I don't think I had an opportunity to talk to him about that. Really, I really blame myself for that. Anyway, Raghu, during the Zoom meetings, he is always very nice and he treated everyone equal. Very pleasant guy. I liked him very much. I just to go to the Zoom meetings only to hear him. I definitely going to miss him. In fact, the whole Geason63 community is going to miss him. I take this opportunity, to pray God to give us the strength to the Geason community as well as the Raghu's family to bear this great loss. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Friends, Raghu Secretary Freeda is here. Freeda, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
We'd like to hear you talk.
Your video is not coming on, Freeda's video.
Yes, that's why I'm trying to do it. And something went wrong.
Allow the video button.
Yeah.
Freeda, are you using a computer or a cell phone?
Yes, I'm doing my computer. Just 1 minute. Let me. Others talk. I will come online again. Yeah, I can see. I can see you all.
Suresh.
I can see you all. Namaste to everybody.
Namaste.
Please go ahead.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Namaste to all of you.
Namaste, ma.
Go ahead.
Hello, Sudarshan.
Suresh, let
Oh,
somebody
no,
else
Baba,
take
she's
over.
having
So
problem.
Freeda can join later.
Oh, she will come back.
Okay. Freeda, will get back to you.
Yes.
Yeah, I can say my relations to Raghu.
Just go ahead.
எங்க அப்பா செத்தப்ப நான் இப்படி அழுதது இல்லை.
Chanti, definitely encouraged to death run.
Until Freeda comes, I'll take over. We were, I was with Raghu and I came all the way from PUC E5 from Loyola into our college. In the old days, what attracted me was his cousin. His name was Nagendran. Apparently, he's the son of Rama Raja. He would come in this red Pontiac convertible, which was originally owned by Ranjan, the actor. That's what attracted me. And then, of course, Raghu and I were in the history class together. And in E5, we were plotting together the mechanical drawing, whatever it was. And during exam time, Raghu was next to me. We were looking at a problem, and then our examiner was our Gordon Ramurthy, our lecturer. He came to us and said, "Yo, and that's it. Our exam was over." Then in E4 and E3, he was my lab partner in electrical lab as well as mechanical lab. And we were very close. And one day he had come in his car, the console, which I always love. And I asked him, can I drive it? Because I was going to Tinagar or something. His house is in Tinagar. He said, okay. And by the time we came to Shaidapet Bridge, he was asking me, you don't drive like a novice? I told him we have lorries. I used to drive the lorry just for the heck of it. And then he said, do you have license? I said, I'm not 18 as yet. So he said, when you're 18, I'll get you the license. I know the assistant commissioner. So when I turned 18, I ran into the commissioner's office, got a temporary license. A week or two later, I told him, hey, let's go. So he came, he went directly into the office, got me my driver's car license. I said, yeah, I need a scooter. So he said, give me a number. So I gave Bainat Samandi's brother's scooter number, 4981. And after we, once we branched off into our different branches, I still used to be in touch with him. We went to movies together. And then he was working in Gindi tool room along with Kasi, Tukaram, and another guy from Tiruchengod, Manikam. Kasi will know him. And the first year I worked in Chepak, and second year I was working in the estate, Gindi Industrial Estate. So I will go and meet him there, and then once in a while we'll have a lunch in our canteen. And sometimes I will I will borrow his car. After that, I went to Neyveli, and then he went to Katpadi, and I did not meet him till 2004. And he came and gave me such a big hug. After that, before this get together, he had never asked me anything. This time he asked me to get this spray for his back pain. I think I have it here. This is what he wanted. I got him that, but unfortunately, didn't have a chance to meet. I had to send it through Desigan. And after he got out of while he made that video from the hospital, I knew he was, he tried to hide it with his silk shirt. But I don't know how many of you noticed that there were tubes going into his hands. And later on, before I left India, I made a few calls. He said, I know I'm not exerting myself. I go to office at 11, come back at 3. And then the day of the meeting that you guys had and at Hilton, I wanted to call him that evening. I missed it. No. That's all I have to say.
I think Kalyana wanted to talk. Kalyana.
Yeah. Yes, I'm here.
Now, please go ahead.
My association with Raghu started from high school. Hey, I cannot talk any more, okay? So anyway, from the 7th, we were together in the high school, and we always thought he was a very handsome-looking guy. He and one other guy used to come to college, to high school. Now, Iowa College, we were together, and so were we in Gindi. And of course, we met him at Bangalore once or twice, and it was a very nice. We are all sad to see him go, and I just rest my home shop.
Many people need the light of sun.
Hey Suresh, can you mute all the
It
mic
is only
and
showing mute
allow one
everybody.
person?
That is not going to work.
Could I join in, please?
Usually can mute.
Could I join in?
Please.
Yes, come in,
yeah.
Frida.
Yeah.
I think Ramasamy wants to talk. Come, Ramasamy.
Okay.
Freeda's talking.
Go ahead.
Frida is talking. Let her finish and we can go to Ram.
Yeah.
Yeah, namaste to all of you, because I don't know what time is in each zone. Coming to my boss, when I joined the office, he asked me one question. He called me and said, "Would you join my office?" And I told him, "I need 3 days' time." And he asked me, "Why 3 days?" I said, "I just need 3 days' time." In the meantime, he had called my mother, because of course we knew MD even before I could join NTTF. Called my mother and took the permission that I should work for him. And then when I came back, I said, "I give you 3 conditions for me to join your office." And he gave a hearty laugh and he asked me, "What is it?" I said, "You should not be sarcastic. You should be kind. And you shall never speak loud to me." He said, "These are the 3 conditions." So he brought out a book called Spell Check and he said, "This is my condition to you." And that's how I started. I had a very great and incredible journey with him. Very educative. Very, I don't know what to say. It's been a journey which I think nobody would have gone through along with him. Every moment was a moment of learning. Every moment, everything in the office was so memorable to me, and still his voice is gone silent now. It's going to take some time for me to adjust. And I thank all of you all. The day he was with you all at Chennai, I was working in the ground floor and he was in the 3rd floor. And I was telling him, "The moment you finish, please call me." And I was saying, "I'm not coming up." And when he came down, he's telling me, "Every time you call, Freeda, you give me some time. This is a cutoff time. And how could I do that?" But he was still a little tired. Yes, he was tired. But then when we came back from Chennai, 6th and 7th, he was very cheerful, very cheerful. And he did not sound or look sick at all. And on the 7th evening, he wanted to, 6 o'clock was the meeting, and 4:30 he wanted to leave. But I told him he can take rest. And at 5, he was teasing. He was wearing a white shirt and a black jacket. And he's telling, "I'm looking very handsome today." I was teasing him. Every time when you go there, they'll only say, "Hi, Tata." he said, no, you see the number of people who will come around me and they'll say I'm very handsome. And that's the only time I left him alone. That was a very time. Anyway, I'm going to miss him, but he's going to be with me every day. The silence, his laughter is going to be it's going to be very difficult for me. But I want you all to keep in touch with us. And I thank each and every one of you all for being with him and being his friends. Keep in touch with me. And I would also like to keep in touch with you all for every Geason meeting you'll have. And that's the permission I require. I hope you all will be able to give me that preference to join you all for the meeting.
Of course.
And
We'll
thank you all
definitely
very
keep you in
much.
the loop.
And anytime you'll require anything, as MD was giving, surely it'll be extended to every one of you and to everyone who has been of great assistance. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Freeda. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Freeda.
In fact, he was planning to go to Lourdes this time with all of you all. I mean, to France. And he said May, June would be the ideal time. And I would ask them in the next meeting. Anyway, when you all go, please include me. And thank you so much for the confidence you all had in me. I'll miss him. I'll miss him very much.
We all
Will continue to be with us.
Yes, he has just said his work is done on earth and just moves away. I miss him. I miss him. He'll be remembered, loved forever. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Freeda.
Thank you, Freeda.
Thank you, Freeda.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
One thing interesting, whoever attended our local tour as well as foreign tours, he
Yes.
made the tour very, very lively.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And Tangaya was always the victim.
Yes. With no inhibitions, he will be singing, dancing, whatnot.
Yes.
Alex, will you go next?
Yes, Suresh. Take off from what Freeda said. We all miss him. The sentiments expressed by friends so far show the extent to which he will be missed. He had a very special quality in a human being, which he developed so well as he grew in stature, as he grew in seniority, as he grew in age. He embodied good things about manhood. And that helped to bring Geason together. That helped keep Geason together. That helped Geason be a fairly unique association of ex-classmates. It is so unique. The three things I remember about Raghu. He instilled in us a sense of belonging. Like most people, I was not surprised to hear, like most people, they didn't know him except one or two in his youth or in his early days. But it's after 2005 that he really bloomed and brought this thing together with a strong sense of belonging. Second, he made sure that everybody was involved. Nobody was left out of a group, whether it was on the tours that we went to Rajasthan and other places, whether it was in the gatherings that we had. It would have been very easy for him to dominate and talk about his photography or his interest or his entity. But he took pains to reach out and draw in people so that each one felt a special linkage to Geason63, which made Geason63 so powerful and so good. And I'm sure it will linger on long after him. It is because of the strength that he brought. The last thing I want to share was his sense of caring. I was truly amazed. He's a guy who had everything in life, cars and good looks and huge fan followings in the office or in the family. beautiful family, children, grandchildren. Yet he reached out to the weakest people, to people who needed help, who were less than fully strong, and said, how can we involve him? And went out of his way to personally telephone and call people to attend Geason. Geason was very important to him. That will make our sense of loss all the more difficult to bear. But this meeting itself is a tribute to his wonderful, wonderful life that enriched all our lives. God bless Raghu.
In this correction, I would like to say something about Raghu. Is Natation there? Natation?
I don't think.
Okay. See, I and Natation were working out some help for students. Excuse me. See, we were trying to help out students from the government schools of Arkonam area, where he used to have his farm around that, Poneri, Arkonam, etc. And then we reached out to Raghu once when we wanted to have a program for the students, what he called his open program. What he used to do for any new entrant coming into NTTF. So, he sent his entire team, trainer, the 3-4 people came from Bangalore, totally at their cost. They refused any payment for it. And then they conducted the program for us in the schools, free of cost. And the results we could see with our eyes. Within 2 days of the program, a boy who used to be frightened about even getting up and asking a question was standing on the stage and conducting the program himself. Just 2 days of his staff running the programs. Then we wanted his help in conducting this at Ramakrishna home in Chennai. Again, he had a 2-day program there, which went down very, very well. Just on one word to him that we wanted his help is all we asked. We never expected the scale of help. At this scale of help, absurdly high. He did a 3rd program for us at Uludurpet. Sharda Ashram School, same thing. Everywhere the results were fantastic. The programs were, their open program was that good. So, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. All we did was one word. We have a plan like this. We want to help school students. Can you do something? That's it. We had no idea it was going to this scale or this level. Desikan?
We had an ability to make everyone feel very special before he came into contact with. And he was one of the rarest of rare gems you very rarely come across. And his talents are multifold, and today George Germany played 4,000 music in his memory.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah.
See, I just want to talk about Raghu. He knows me from the college as a swimmer, but I know him for the past about 10 or 15 years when he presented his company in our engineering college. So, and I know that he is a very good harmonica player. I think he played once in our meetings, and he appreciates our songs also. And I cannot forget his face. He is always smiling and pleasing and answers every question. One day I asked him about a training course which my son, who is a states now, he wanted to start in Chennai. He told he can come and discuss with me in Bangalore. I'll give all advices. But unfortunately, my son could not come in time and he passed away. So he is such a nice and pleasing man. We never see such a person as our classmate friend. So I wish his soul rest in peace. And the whole family, I bless them. I bless all the members of his family and the staff of his company and all the students taking training in the company. Bye.
Next. Venkatraman?
Yes,
You can go.
sure. Actually, to be frank, I did not know Raguraj much during college days at all. I used to think that a certain group of people, they were high society, unreachable, etc. So I used to shy away from them. I didn't make much contact during college days. Later on, it is actually during the Zoom meeting that I became familiar with him. And like everybody said, from the time he started talking to me, I felt like he has been a friend for a long time. And it's like, it's somebody that I've not missed. Since the time of the Zoom meeting, he had occasionally called me, and I used to tell him, I'm so surprised you are calling me. I should be calling you. He said, why? It's all the same. I call you, you call me. We need to connect with each other. That's the main idea. So he did not have any judgment about anybody. He was non-judgmental and extremely nice. Once I went to Bangalore, there was a meeting at his house. I remember this distinctly because his daughter sang the song Vasigara at that time. I hope she remembers. I don't know if she's hearing me or she sang the song
No,
Vasigara.
she's watching. She's watching.
Okay. Anyway, that stayed in my memory because that song was popular in those days. And in a group of friends who were all male, she came and sang that song with, no hesitation or fear. So it shows that how he must have brought her up to be able to face the world. One last thing I want to say and conclude. There was a very good friend of mine here called Leroy. That Leroy retired. Within a year of his retirement, he contracted some sort of cancer. I used to go and cheer him up every weekend, talk to him. He used to work on jigsaw puzzle and things like that. I used to work with him, and we used to have a good time during the time I was there. And his wife used to tell me, Raman, you must come every weekend and play jigsaw puzzle with him because when you come, he gets lighted up and his battery gets charged. So you're a very good help for us. So I also took it on myself to go. But one weekend I could not go. One weekend I could not go for some reason. And that weekend he passed away. So I was very sad about that. And even to the extent of feeling guilty that I did not go. And anyway, I went to the funeral and his wife was standing and we are all lined up to say our condolences to her. I went and told her, hey, what kind of a friend is Leroy? One weekend I don't show up and he leaves and he goes away. What kind of a friend is he? I was kind of kidding her to cheer her up. She said, this is what I want everybody to remember. She said, don't worry, Raman, you will meet him soon. So, I'm saying we will all meet Raghu soon. So we don't have to worry about any of this. Well, let's enjoy our time here in memory of Raghu and exhibit the similar spirit. If all of us exhibited the similar spirit to Raghu, Geason would be much, still better. It's a great organization, a band of brothers, but it'll do still better if we emulate Raghu in our meetings. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you. Ram Ramaswamy.
Thank you. Our association with Raghu goes back to high school days. Thing like what Kalyanam mentioned. Kalyanam, him, Natesan, myself, we were in Ramakrishna Mission High School. I was there for 5 years. I went in the second form. He was not in my section, but my neighboring section there. And lunch hour, we would finish our lunch in the classroom. We were allowed that in those days. And we would be particularly in one of the, I think it was in the fifth form, which was 10th grade. We would be standing out watching at, our classroom was facing N.T. Ramarao's house, the famous actor N.T. Ramarao, who acted many of the Hindu god roles and all that. There would be busloads of people coming in, and then when he would make an appearance at his balcony, and people would fall at his feet, and Raghu and myself and few others would be standing there and watching and laughing at that sight, that people really believed that N.T. Ramarao was either Rama or Krishna, the role that he was playing. And then as we got back in engineering, and of course, I was, even though in the same section, I was not in the batch like SK, who was in the same batch with some of the activities there in the surveying and other things. And later on, I connected up with him again in 2012, I think, when we met at a dinner meeting in Bangalore, and kept association. Once in a while, I would call him, and I was really interested in meeting him in his entity of facility there. And I've set up a meeting. He said, any day you can come in. 2022, when I was visiting India, I was planning to go look him up there and see his facilities. Unfortunately, the heavy rains in Bangalore, I could not do it. 23 is looking forward to seeing him again in our Geason meet. Did not happen. Really regret. This year has been one of the last 2 years, I would say, been really bad for me, particularly been losing some of my close friends and some associates. Among our Geason friends, Pasupati, S.R. Srinivasan, now Raghu, and it's really unbelievable. And Raghu would always say that when we, in any form of sports, tennis, cricket, hockey, or anything, when you get close to the winning point, then that last boundary or the last set, last game that you take out to clinch a set, or the last goal you score, you always look forward to. So why would anyone look forward to the last day in their lifetime? So that used to be, it really rings in my memory, those words there. And I never thought that that would happen to him. And he was so unfortunate. We have lost a great guy. And even though he came from an affluent family and he had so many awards to his credit, particularly the Presidential Award, he's a man of modesty. He never spoke about himself that much. Even in the meetings there, you would conduct the meetings in a professional manner. He never kind of talked about himself so much to the one. And we'll all really miss him, and each individually have great associations with him. And I think for the rest of our life, we live with those associations, going over them inside ourselves and cherishing those associations there. I wish him the best in his, if at all he has a next life. I wish him the best in his next life. Most probably he may not. He would reach a condition of no life beyond this. And Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Thank you. Lengo, you want to go now? You want to talk?
Well, I haven't had much direct contact with him, but I have used to enjoy every session that I could attend, a Zoom meeting, the way he was conducting the meeting. What a great diplomat he was. And I rate him as one of a very, very successful technocrat. And in fact, it's like a rose whose the smell pervades everywhere. I still feel his presence around. That's all what I can say. Thank you.
Amin?
Yes, Suresh, and thank you for the opportunity. It is, I am not a very regular person at the Zoom meeting. I have mixed feelings of joining this meeting. I am very happy to be part of all of you and sharing the loss. It has been a very, very big loss to our community, to our 63 community. And I have, as a civil engineer or a civil engineering person, I never had the opportunity to move closely with Raghu. But having been the roommate of Kalyanam, I had the opportunity of a lot of mechanical students visiting my room, and Raghu was a regular visitor. After that, when I left college and when I moved to do my postgraduate and also moved to my working life in Chennai, I used to go back to my parents' house in Katpadi, where Raghu used to work. He was in charge of entity of Katpadi. He made an effort to come and meet me, even though he did not have a lot of contact with me during college days. He made an effort to come and meet with me, to go out in his car for drives, and we used to spend some very quality evenings with him. After that, when I left Chennai and moved to Australia and took part in some of the Zoom meetings, he was a very keen person who was encouraging me to take part in it. And also, he was one of the persons, apart from Tukaram, he wanted me to make a presentation of my work life, and he encouraged me all the way. I can never forget him. I am, as I said, I have mixed feelings. Today, I am joining all of you to condole his death. May his soul rest in peace. We'll never forget him for his services to Geason, for his enormous services to NTTF, but for his services to NTTF. NTTF is a worldwide, has a name all over the world. His students are working all over the world with great distinction. God bless him, and we all will never forget him. God bless him. Raghu.
Thank you. Uma, you want to go next?
Your soul rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you. Uma, you want to go next?
No, actually, all my expressions have been expressed by Venkat and Ilango. I know Raghu only through the Zoom meetings. I was not that close. Whenever I was with the Zoom meeting, I could see his character, his strength, his intelligence, his friendship, his commitment. It is awesome. We will be missing him. He is the one who always said, we have to include more. I want to have more than 31. It should be 40, 50 people in the Zoom meeting. I used to say we should not force people to come, but he says we have to bring all the Geason together. It is a great friendship. We have to develop it. We have to feel for each other. That's the kind of a person we will be missing him. It is a great loss. And my brother, actually, my younger brother, his family, through his wife's side, is related to Raghu. He was talking to me about his great qualities, how great man he was. So he will be missed. I wish him peace in his life. Thank you.
Kasi, you want to go next?
Yeah. Yes. You were able to hear me?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Raghu, Tukaram and myself, we started our career in Gindi Industrial Estate. And we were together for about 3 years or so. And we had, it was one of the finest tool rooms, so we could gain a lot of experience. Afterwards, we went in different directions. And then once afterwards I met Raghu and wanted to discuss with him certain things, technical things, requirements for us, and for a different project. Then I told him, Raghu, you have to help me. Now you have developed the entity into a very fine facility, one of the best in the country. So you have to help me. The numbers are not interesting to the industries. Only few components of each. Then he said, Kashi, you come. You straight away give the order, and we will regularize other things later. So that is how we started, and the prototypes came out very well. And of course, afterwards, many industries came forward because we had to give it out in numbers. Yeah. Then I used to keep in touch with him because in the machine tool side and in the TechMa, that is the tooling side, he was somebody. He was organizing chairman of so many exhibitions and so many meetings. So he used to be around for that. And once they conducted a meeting at the TechMark in Madras, Chennai. So I thought today I will go, and I knew Raghu is going to be there. He is going to inaugurate, and he will be there. So I just wanted to go as unnoticed. I didn't want to inform him about my coming there. I just wanted to see the latest developments in tooling and other things. So I thought I will spend quite a day there, myself going to different stalls. But unfortunately, in the second stall, he noticed me. So he started introducing me to all the big shots. And then he said, you come with me, we will go to all stalls. He has invitation from almost all the stalls, and it was very difficult to meet that schedule. And everywhere they were telling Namashivayam Raguraj. He was telling, I don't know whether my father is inaugurating or myself I'm inaugurating. I'm hearing only Namashivayam, like that. So we had a very good time, and it was hectic, but still I can't forget that day. So afterwards we used to keep in touch. I can't forget. I used to consult him on many occasions, and we used to keep in touch always. Since even though we were working in different areas, with different firms, we used to be in touch. And that meeting of the TechMac at Madras, when the whole day I had to go with him, and we were received at each stall. I mean, this shows, and he's actually he's not like other normal engineers. He's institution builder. First, he developed the entity of machine tooling side. Then, when the organization asked him, "Can you take up the training schemes?" he immediately took it up and became the managing director of that setup. And today, it is one of the well-known institutions in India. Okay, I'm still not able to believe that he's not there, and because only on 3rd we met together, myself, Tukaram, and Raghu, along with another colleague who used to work with us in Tulum, Monica. We had a dinner together, and afterwards that was our meeting. Fate, it is fate. I never thought it will be the last time I'll be seeing Raghu together. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ramanujam.
Thank you. The first and best quality of Raghu was that he was a very friendly person. But I didn't have the opportunity to know about it till early 70s when I was transferred to Bangalore. At that time, we had a large group of people in Bangalore. We used to meet regularly in ordinary hotels with all our children. Chandra was there, Desigan was there, Thiru was there. So a lot of people, nearly about a dozen, more than a dozen people were there. And regularly we used to meet. And at that time only I came to know about his friendly qualities. And later, I worked in Bangalore for quite some time. But after my retirement, again we started getting together every month at each one's house. And during that time, again, his friendly qualities and how easily he moves with the people, they all came up. And after retirement, we also had foreign tours and internal tours, and in which he used to join me in making some entertainmental songs. He was a good singer, and these are all the main things. Otherwise, as for Zoom meetings, he was a kingpin, and with his help, and Mr. Chandramouli, who has also passed away next day, we had a very good time, and we have to pray for both Reguraj as well as Chandramouli. It is a great loss to Geason family. Thank you all.
Mani, you want to go next?
Yeah, thank you, Suresh. I admire Raghu then and even today. I missed him in the days at Gindi because he was a stately guy, very charming. So I, as a duckling, ugly duckling, used to shy away from him. And when I was in Chennai this month, I missed him at the Hilton. I was there in Chennai. Somehow I couldn't meet him. So once before, when I was in Bangalore, I came to know about the cool trip which you guys went. I was just commenting on that, and he said, "Shall I send a card to you since you are in Bangalore? You can join us." And that was his, sort of quick response to a friendly, gesture. And I think last year, he called me, spoke to me for 45 minutes. I never had any interactions except in the Zoom meetings where he used to call me, "Hey, Idli Priya, eppadi irke? Tell me whatever, your exploits in Chennai when you come back." But I came back on the 7th and he went away on the 7th. So that's a very sad sort of a feeling which I get. I still don't believe that such a nice guy, humble person, a humane person, he never threw his weight around, and he was a kingly person, a princely guy whom is very difficult to, come across in life. total humility and humbleness. He threw his weight around. He was not a bragger. So I don't know. Salute him, soul. May he rest in peace with the Lord. That's what I can say. Thank you very much. I miss him a lot.
Tirunarayanan, can you talk?
Yes. Were you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes. So during the college days, I didn't have occasion to move with Raghu. Only after retirement, I started moving with him. Thanks to Raman's arrangement, get together and all that every month. And one thing I find in him is we had a trip to Coorg about 5 years back, I think. He has arranged very meticulously. At that time, everyone was 75 plus probably. And he has arranged one doctor and all that to accompany us in a car following us and all that. And for everyone during their trip, he has arranged some books, different topics. Those who are interested in religion, they can pick up that book and some other topics, general topics he was having. So meticulously he was arranging all these things. And I really wondered how he was able to think all these things and arrange this. And last time I met him during 2 months back when Ramanujam visited Bangalore. Desigan has arranged a get-together. That was the last I met Reguraj actually. And during the Zoom meetings, I always make it a point to attend the Zoom meeting. And whenever I miss the Zoom meeting due to some reasons, immediately he calls me up, Reguraj, and asked me why I have not come for the meeting and all that. He used to find out. And he also told me, at least for 5 or 10 minutes, you just join the group if you have work, and you can leave the meeting, he was telling it. So I never used to meet the Zoom meeting thanks to Reguraj's advice, actually. And he was a very nice person, very friendly, as everyone has told. And it is very difficult to find a person of his qualities, actually. So I pray God for his soul to rest in peace. I also on my heartfelt condolences to his family. Thank you.
Thank you. In this connection, I want to mention something about how meticulous he is. 2 years back, quite some time back, we had organized a trip to Coorg through Raguraj. He came up with the idea, and then he called me and they said, how do we do it? I started a lot of planning with him, and then say so many people are coming from Chennai, so many will join Bangalore, we'll take a bus and go to Coorg. Then I said, okay, what all I should do, what all you should do. He told me, you people who are coming from Chennai, just land in Bangalore. Tell me at what time your train reaches Bangalore. Forget everything else. I'll do everything else. I had no other work except to take our fellows up to Bangalore, and once the work is over, bring them back to Chennai. Everything else he had organized. He has organized the bus, he has organized the staff, organized the stays, organized the food, everything. And the moment we landed there, he gave us all a goodie bag. That bag contained the basics: water bottle, couple of small medicines, and cleaner, some toiletries, everything you need is there in that bag. A small notebook and a pencil. So beautifully planned. You will never forget it. Never forget it. I didn't have to do anything. A big trip was pulled off. Him doing 99% of the work. And that Coorg trip went off very well. A lot of us have attended it along with him. We will never forget that trip.
Dorai.
Next is Dorai.
Yes. Natarajan, please mute everybody else.
Here, I am not getting a control to mute everybody. Everybody has to mute themselves.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's the only way.
Have to mute. Other speaker also will be muted. So you cannot mute everybody.
That's why You have to individually mute, allow the speaker to talk. Then that extra noise will go away.
Sorry. Okay, Dharraj, go ahead.
Suresh, can I go?
Yes.
Suresh, can I go?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Suresh, start.
My association goes back to 1958 when we were in Laila in pre-professional engineering. And then he was my squad mate, service squad mate in E4. So that is why we came very close to each other. Though I belong to civil branch, we had very good contact. And then after finishing, I happened to work in Polytechnic, and he used to work in, he along with Tukaram and Kasi, he used to work in tool room. I used to visit tool room every now and then to see Reguraj and Tukaram, and of course Kasi also. And this is the first meeting, I think. The meeting goes on without Raghu. All the other meetings Raghu was arranging with Chandramouli. We miss him both Chandramouli and Raguraj. It's a very great loss. And one more news I want to tell you how great Tukaram
Please mute.
Raguraj was. Once he went to Australia. Once he went to Australia to attend a meeting in official connection. There was a lot of Indian crowds outside the airport. The visitors there were asking, who is coming? Who is coming? Maybe Prime Minister of India or somebody else. They were telling, no, entity chairman is coming. Such is a great thing about Raguraj. So we miss him very much. We wish him a good soul peace. Thank you.
See, most of us are muted, but one or two are not. Can we just spend a couple of minutes trying to mute them and see if the noise stops? One is Amin. Amin, can you mute?
Murthy.
Can you mute?
The thing is, in the plotting class, I used to be in front, Dharraj behind me, and then Raguraj behind him. I still remember my number, 345, Dharraj 346, and then 364.
Very good memory.
Arsa used to be our monitor. He would not give a proxy. So I took it over. And one time I gave proxy to Janavardas, and he comes there even before the class ends. So I had tough time convincing our lecturer, but those were the days.
Who wants to go next? Shanmugaraj?
Hello, Suresh. Can you hear me? I'm Raghavendran here.
Raghavendran was there. Correct.
Where are you?
Yes,
I
Raghu.
can see you.
Yes, Raghav.
Oh, you are calling yourself Samsung. Okay. Go ahead.
Hello, Raghu was a fantastic guy. I never met him. I never had a friend as close as him. And he had called me just a few days back to wish me on my birthday. And once when we met him with my wife, and casually we asked about Munnar. Then he said, why don't I go to Munnar? I will arrange. And he arranged in Club Mahendra for me and my wife for 7 days stay. Fantastic guy. And then he used to wish me on every birthday of mine. I miss him. His fantastic soul. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Raghav. Sundaramurthy, you want to go next?
Sundaramurthy, unmute பண்ணிடுங்க.
Unmute.
See, even in college days and other days, I have not much contact with Raguraj. But in every Zoom meeting I used to attend, and he has been conducting the Zoom meeting in an excellent manner with all his resources, including Chandramouli, everybody, and record each and every meetings and forward it to everybody. And he's a very good organizer. He has done wonderful job for all Geason63 members, and he wanted to have contact with each and everybody. And every meeting he wanted more and more number of Geason friends to join the Zoom meeting. He was such a excellent soul. Unfortunately, on 4th March in Hilton Hotel, I met him. It was shocking for me to hear that he passed away in such a short time. May his soul rest in peace. God bless him.
Thank you. Chandramurthy, please mute now. Next, Shanmugaraj.
Hello. Suresh.
Yes.
Shanmugaraj.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello. I am
Yes, you
sorry
can
I
go.
joined late in the meeting. And as far as my association with Raguraj, during college days, I never met him, or I never had any contacts with him during the college days. After my retirement, when we started this WhatsApp and earlier the email, I used to know about him, and especially then now the Zoom meetings for the past almost 2 years, he has been conducting so nicely, and he is bonding all our college mates, our batchmates so nicely, and get to know about the people as well as the developments. And of course, I have met him during the Silver Jubilee, Golden Jubilee, and Diamond Jubilee meetings, and he was so friendly. Nobody can expect such a great person who has done so many achievements in his life could be so simple and never forget his friends, and give so much respect and importance to each and every one. It is a great quality that I have found him. Normally, during the WhatsApp messages that we have been putting, I used to write mostly in our mother tongue, Tamil, and he used to enjoy and encourage me. I have written eulogy for him. I have written about his when he got the award from the Karnataka government chief minister. I wrote a song which he appreciated very much, and he used to at least he made about 2 or 3 calls to me. I never used to call him because I thought I was not so much knowledgeable in the various fields. I have retired from Indian Ordnance Factory Service, and but twice he contacted me. Once because I have been writing in Tamil. தமிழ்ல எழுதுறதுனால பாட்டுங்க. அவர் ஒரு தடவை he called me over phone and asked me, what is the Tamil equivalent of an English word? Fresh. I just found out and told him. He was very happy. Again, during the last birthday, I sent him a birthday greetings in Tamil. And when he was going through it, it got deleted from his page. Then he telephoned me and asked me to send the message again. I have done it, and he thanked me. So during the Zoom meetings, he used to prompt everyone to talk something or the other matter. I am always a silent speaker. I don't open my mouth during these meetings. I am only a listener of valuable speeches of our friends. And the way in which Raguraj was conducting the Zoom meetings was excellent. He used to prompt everyone, and he was always a positive person. Especially, I have noticed Chandra used to criticize on so many social matters. He used to specify him and used to tell him to look at the positive side of the matter also. Such a wonderful person, and it is a great loss to all of us. I don't know whether our Geason group will be the same after his loss. I last met him at Hilton Hotel. He and Tukaram invited us for a lunch meeting on 4th of this month, and he was just sitting in front of me. He was hardly taking any food. Just he ordered a coffee and he was drinking. When I entered the hotel, he was there along. He came to that launch and he was talking to us. I found him quite weak and not the same person that I have seen him earlier. I mentioned about it, but about him, about this also. He said, no, I am all right. I just joked at him. You look like Modi with your beard and mustache. And he laughed. And then I said, when our Tukaram came, see, you are Modi and Tukaram is Shah. Then both of them laughed. So it was a great shock when I heard about his death within 4 days after our last meeting. I don't know how we all can cope with the loss. And it is even more difficult to understand how his family members will be getting on with this great loss. I wish his soul rest in peace. Thank you.
Tukaram, you want to say something? You have to unmute.
I don't know where to begin. I think Raguraj has been part of my life for almost since the college days. And we spent a lot of time together during college time also. I think I was the only one attending his marriage.
Little louder, please.
Yeah, he and Rani visited us in Chicago some time ago. He's supposed to have come last October. We are planning to go and visit all our classmates and go around the states. And he had some, and now since passed away, I can share this one with you. Could you hear me?
It's not there.
Okay. And then I talked to him August, September last year. And then he said he's not going to be coming because he had some lung issue. I'm sharing this one with you since he's no more. Otherwise, I would not have told you guys. And then
he had some lung issue. So I talked to one of my friends' son, who was the head of the pulmonary specialist in Houston. It's a pretty good hospital, and then he's very well known. So I had him talk to him. So he gave some consulting what should do, and then I think his doctors in Bangalore kind of followed that advice, I think. And then he was pretty good, and he had kept in touch with my friend's son, and then he was back to normal, and then he decided not to come. That was a kind of warning. And then I think he was also, I started a small company in Chennai. I asked Raghuvaj, to be on the board. He was on the board for almost now it's almost 7-8 years, and he never missed one meeting all these years. He always made time for the meeting, and he is the only outside board of directors in the company. And then it was a very, very helpful. The company is doing well. It's a Supermuthu. We have about 90 people, and then we even produced a pod to go in to the rocket project and the first moon mission. I think we made a project for him. He has been very helpful, advising what to do, what not to do, because I have never been there. In the last 5 years, I was not in the plant at all because of the COVID. He has been a very good source for the company for any kind of advice. Our guys always reach out to him, and he always helpful. In all these years, that I'm sure he loved his losing his son at a very age. I think he's the one who came to Houston. I think he was trying to be Air Force pilot, and we kind of helped him a little bit there. And then that was a big shock to him that his son passed away. I don't think he ever recovered from that. The only thing that kept him going is the ATTF. That really kept him occupied. There was never a time in all his conversation with him, he never forgot to mention his daughter Pebble. I think Pebble took care of him. I think that's going to be a very big shock for her. And the day he came, myself and there's a gentleman called Monicum, and then Kasi Viswanathan and Raghuvaj, we all worked together in Guindy since 1963 to 67. He was always, everybody loved Raghuvaj in the tool room. He was given an opportunity to go work with the die casting. I think the whole tool room special expert made sure that Raghuvaj stays in the tool room. So he went and canceled the order. They really loved him, and they moved. Myself and Monica were moved, and nobody really tried to stop me or Monica. So we moved to die casting, and then Raghuvaj stayed in the tool room. That was a good. That was really the right beginning for him. And then when we left in '67, Kasi Viswanathan go to different Germany, and Monicum, he went also outside the country in die casting. He went to Germany also along with me. We kept in touch. I think I visited him in Katpadi when he was running the small tool room. I visited the tool room with him. It's only about 40-50 people there. It was nothing special. That's a kind of organization he took. And then he made it to, last time I talked to him, he was training about 60,000 people all over India and outside India, which is remarkable. Not too many guys can say that one. He made a significant difference in the lives of so many people without being so humble. Never really bragged about it, and that is That is his nature. I'm sure it comes from the family and the value system that he can't really, difficult to duplicate it, he cannot really act. So he was a great friend and truly miss him. And then we tried to get together with the four of us wanted to get together for the last almost 20, 30 years. Finally, we got together on Sunday night. We had a dinner together, myself, Kasi Sunathan. And Kasi Sunathan is difficult to get out of the guy. He finally came and almost looked like Einstein. And Monica and myself had a dinner together. And then we had a board meeting of the company in the morning, around 10 to 12, and then we had a lunch. And then he was gone because he couldn't really, he said he had a meeting to attend on Thursday. And I didn't want to go to the funeral because I could not really see him in that position. I had a great time on Sunday and Monday, and I like to live in my memory as a living person. He'll be missed. He was an anchor for all of us, and he'll be surely missed by his family and his friends. Some losses cannot be recovered slowly or ever. I think he's one of them. Thanks for allowing me to share my feelings on behalf of his family to you all. Thanks.
Karam. Radhakrishnan, you want to say something?
Yeah, I have met during college days few times, Raguraj, and my recent Zoom meetings is my recollection. All the time he has been very good, smiling, conducting the meetings, and very, very, dynamic person, and enjoyed talking with him during the Zoom meetings. And one time, if you all probably you can also recollect, he was very passionate about going to South Africa at the request of some political person. And he was very passionate in describing. He went to the station and where Gandhi was sitting in that station bench, and he was passionate about that. And I recollect that memory during these our Zoom meetings. So he has been very good and kind to all of us, and we all miss him, as everybody expressed. I feel very much that shocking news for me that he left us, and we shall overcome the grief and cherish his memory all the time. Thank you.
Thank you. Narayanan, you can hear us? Narayanan? Narayanan? No, there's a problem with his account. Have I missed anybody? Anybody else wants to talk?
Narayanan has a problem with the
I know.
hearing.
I thought maybe he could get through. It didn't.
Suresh, Nodimuthu chance?
Pardon?
Nodimuthu.
He will do.
Where is Nodimuthu?
Narayanan disappeared.
Narayanan.
There are only 22 people from 30 people,
Yeah,
8 people.
it's reduced. Okay.
By the way, I had invited Raghu's daughter.
Yeah.
To be in the Zoom meeting, and I could see her.
Yes.
She wants to say anything. Rajyalakshmi, do you want to say something? You got to unmute.
You need to unmute.
Thank you all for holding this meeting. I think some people need to be immortal in this world, and I think my father is one of them. We're all in shock. We still can't believe what has happened, still trying to process, because he was absolutely fine. He spoke to me while going for that dinner. He spoke to me 3 times that day on the 7th. And I never ever thought that it would be the last time that I would be talking to my father. And I've also seen how he used to conduct these meetings. I was just telling my brother that I think once it was the 16th day function of my aunt, and it happened to be on a Sunday on a Geason meeting day. He still took his iPad and conducted the meeting. So he was so committed, and we'll all miss him. And I don't even want to talk about him like in the past. I still want to talk about him in the present.
Sure. Sure.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll do that. We pray God.
Okay, friends. Anybody else wants to talk?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ba. Bye. Bye,
Then-
Rajyalakshmi.
Bye.
Thank you to
I'll get in
Freeda
touch
and the
with you.
family for joining us today. We are very grateful you have given us time and shared your views with us also.
Thank you.
Friends,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Meet you in the next meeting.
yes, sure, Freeda. I'll keep in touch.
Yes, thank you so much.
Rajyalakshmi,
Freeda,
please overcome the grief. As you said, he is always living. He is there. And I have come across one philosophy by Sylvia Brown, a psychic. She was telling all the human beings after death, they go to the other world. The other world has no emotions, feelings. They are all jnani, wisdom, nothing. They always discuss some important aspects of life and to formulate a program with their spirit guide, and then they list down what all they're going to do and what all they're going to suffer, and then they come to our world, and then because we have emotions and other things, they are doing the experimenting and learning from the living in our yard, and then they go back and learn some lessons from it. So he is always there. We have all the hope that we will meet him, definitely. So please overcome your grief and go on with your normal self. He is there, and we treat him as he is present always. Thank you, Freeda. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, friends.
Yes, thank
Bye,
you very
everybody,
much.
then.
Okay, is
Thank you,
everything
Sunil.
worked out
Bye.
all right?
Bye.
Bye.
Natarajan, we will talk afterwards.
Okay, very good. Take care. Okay,
I'll
I
call
think you
afterwards.
only have the control to stop the meeting. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Natarajan, I'll call you as soon as in a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. Bye, Uma.
Okay.
Bye, Tukram.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.